And with Vaush, it's not even going to be him going into jail. That's going to be, hilarious to see and well-deserved karma. It's going to be a few weeks or so in after all the people there figure out who he is and figure out what he did. And when he is just, a sentient whistle, his ass is all blown out. He's got permanent throat damage from having to be an unconsenting throat goat towards all those giant black dudes who love to have themselves some fun with pets in prison. And then also on top of that, when he doesn't have all of the narcissistic sycophants across the internet constantly pretending to adore him and telling him what he wants to hear and handing him their money, but then not only will that, the horror of that psychological withdrawal, then add in the withdrawal of him not having the Adderall and the child porn and the alcohol and all the other psychotropic drugs that he's been pumping his pathetic brain with, even more the sad and more hilariously well-deserved than what Chris Rock thought about Michael Jackson when Chris Rock was talking about if Michael Jackson going to jail and it'll be a few months in when he doesn't have the Crayola people to fix his face anymore and his hair is all nappy and gray, even though Michael Jackson was innocent and he was proven innocent by a jury of his peers on all charges in record time. Unlike Vaush, if Vaush was actually ever put through the legal system, but he's about as protected because of his correct politics and his Hollywood connections as Patton Oswalt. So it would take full-on vigilante justice to go and give him what it is he deserves. It will take full-on a combination of Kyle Rittenhouse and or Elizabeth Berkley avenging her best friend in the third act of Showgirls. Picture if Elizabeth Berkley actually is a mother in real life now, and picture her son getting abducted by Vaush, who then repeatedly rapes him, and Elizabeth Berkley goes and in real life does what she did to avenge her friend against that singer in the third act of the movie, stomping his face and screaming, "Fucker, fucker, fucker, fuck off." And Vaush is such a buttersoft bitch that one tap on the nose with the number 2 pencil is enough to make him scream and cry like Vincent D'Onofrio in Full Metal Jacket when everybody's beating him to a pulp with those bars of soap wrapped up in the towels. And yes, the RJ, Vaush will be holding a lot of pockets. And Mark, yes, Vaush will be traded nightly for a pack of menthols. Not even for a pack or like one of those big long boxes, those big long cartons that have several packs in them. That he'll be such a low rent bitch, and they will want to make such an example out of him and having everybody get their chance to rape him repeatedly that they'll intentionally, out of sheer humiliation, go and make him somebody that they'll be able to go and bitch him out for like a single cigarette, because they'll purposely want to go and pass him around for being a rich white boy that went and was not just a child porn advocate and a child porn collector, but also a serial pedophile. They'll really want to go to town and make sure. Like, it'll be a thing where the guys in there will have to go out of their way to try and control themselves to not actually kill him on the first night, while they're just like raping him so hard he bleeds to death out his asshole like Mr. Hands, or just like flat out wanting to shank the fuck out of Vaush. No, it'll be like, no. We want to make an example. We want to let him live. No, the thing that people like my father and Joe Rogan said that, but really it was a matter of they just are shit libs that hate guns when trying to go and talk about how their problem with Cain Velasquez trying to chase down and shoot the man who sexually assaulted Cain Velasquez's 4-year-old son is that, I hated he did it with a gun because I wanted to see him torture him slowly with his bare hands. No, you hate it because you're a shit lib who hates guns and you can't stand this big, strong Chicano MMA fighter using guns to try to go and avenge his 4-year-old son's anal virginity. That's what it was. But in the case of all these convicts right there in prison that would be able to go and fight and get their hands on Vaush, hopefully, eventually, sometime in the future, Vaush will eventually piss off the wrong people, where then finally he'll be allowed to be prosecuted, much like Hassan Piker eventually will. And yeah, it would be like that. It would be like that skit where it would be everybody would be like, okay, now, everybody here, even Crazy Chris, the one white guy of the group, would be like, even he would be like, yes, I won't kill Vaush. I want to make sure he lives out his sentence getting raped and raped and raped like all those children that Vaush has raped. He's raped so many children that, oh my God, even the likes of the most disgusting shit lib news personality like a Jimmy Kimmel or an Anderson Cooper or a John Oliver would look at Vaush and go, oh my God. can you seriously go a day without raping a child? And he'll look up and say, no. In that brain dead, personality deprived, fake baritone that Vaush puts on. And on that note, I want to thank you all for watching. Subscribe so the channel will reach 10,000 subs. Become a member today and shop my art store with that first link in the description below, where you can buy my art or commission me or support me directly with a donation, or go and buy my comic book Encrypted, where a copy is $5, an autographed copy is $10, or an autographed and sketched in copy is $20, or you can get a 1-year subscription for $60, or a subscription with your copies autographed for $90. Tomorrow I'll have shorts at 5 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 and 6. I'll have a new video at 6:30, and I'll be live again at 10. So until then, felines, slam it, lick it, suck it, and see you, Space Cow.